Welcome to our Kaspersky Global Channel webinar for partners. This is a monthly event, and as you see this month, we will be talking about Kaspersky Anti-Targeted Attack 8.0 updates. So we have some exciting things to talk about. We have some new features, a lot of product updates, a lot of interesting insights that our experts, Kirill and Anastasia, will guide you through. Before we start with the content, please make sure that the slides are visible for you and that the sound is working. So please send us a reaction or send a message in the chat that everything is working fine. Another thing is that we are recording the session. So you will receive the follow-up email tomorrow with the slides we present today and with the recording. Stay tuned for an email. And also these materials will be uploaded to the partner portal, to the past webinar section. So you will have this at hand always. As I mentioned, we have Kirill and Anastasia, who are KATA experts, but we also have some people online to support your questions. So it's not just for us to tell you through the updates, to talk you through the updates, but also we want you to make sure that your questions are answered. So if you have questions about KATA, the content we present today, or the product in general, please make sure to ask this in the chat and we will do our best to answer during the session or after the session, depending on how much time we have in the end. And last but not least, we always ask you to share feedback about this current webinar, and also let us know which other topics you would like us to cover in the future webinars. So please take a couple moments at the very end of the session. Leave us your feedback, rate today's session, and also let us know what are your interests from the perspective of webinar topics for the future months. See that people are saying everything's fine. We have quite an audience online. And with that, I am passing the stage to our first presenter, Kirill. Kirill, the stage is yours.
Hi, colleagues. Thank you for coming to the webinar. My name is Kirill Kulakov, and I'm a business development manager who is responsible for KATA. Together with me today will speak Anastasia Butyrina, who is senior product marketing manager. And here you see our agenda for today. It will start from a little product overview, key features of KATA 8.0. Then we will talk about migration to SMP, about future release of KATA coming, and then Anastasia will present how to sell KATA, talk about target audience, scale, sales scenarios, our deployment program, and adventures for partners. So let's go. We are starting with product overview, where I will give you 3 words about KATA. KATA is all-in-one solution that provides extended detection and response capabilities, secures multiple potential threat entry points like network, web, mail, and delivers a comprehensive toolkit for multidimensional threat discovery. Network traffic analysis module analyzes traffic and objects using IDS technology and URL reputation. Intrusion detection technology combines both traditional and advanced threat detection, powered by a unique set of IDS rules for traffic analysis and oriented towards targeted attacks. Network sandboxing, detonate and analyze unknown and different suspicious files within an isolation environment to identify behaviors and latent capabilities that are malicious or harmful. It also supports KATA, also supports both automated and manual responses to address incidents. KATA works smoothly with other Kaspersky security tools like our CM, web and mail gateways, Kaspersky Security Network, our global reputation database, and our threat intelligence portal. It gives you really real-time insights, and with mapping to MITRE attack metrics, you get context that really enhance your analysis and response. Kaspersky anti-targeted attack brings together data collection, storage, and analysis in one solution, giving you a comprehensive toolkit for multidimensional threat discovery. It helps you to detect advanced threats, prioritize incidents, and carry out investigations and response efficiency. At the heart of this product is a network sensor that receives copies of all traffic data. From that, it extracts objects and network metadata for further analysis. These sensors monitor activity across different parts of your environment, enabling near real-time detection of complex threats, whether they come through proxy, web, or mail traffic. The network traffic analysis module uses behavior-based detection and applies a range of technologies including IDS, IPS, URL reputation checks, an anti-malware engine, indicators of attack analysis, and several others, which you can see on the slide. And all of this is accessible through a single KATA web console designed to be initiative and user-friendly. Now we can go to KATA updates that count in 8.0. First of all, I want to mention that we participated in Spark Matrix Network Detection and Response report in 2025 that was made by QKS Group. So as you see, we're recognized as leaders. And when we will share with you this presentation, you will be able to get to their website and to read this report. Hope it will be useful for you. So let's go to KATA 8.0 roadmap. Maybe you saw it earlier. So now you can see divided it to 3 blocks, which is KATA and KATA NDR, KATA NDR and KSNG integration. So that means that KATA and KATA NDR have features by standard KATA license. KATA NDR features block that at right of the slide is under separate NDR license and will be available if you purchase KATA NDR enhanced. So, and the second and the third part is where we talk about integrations without Kaspersky Security for Mail Gateway. You can also know it is a Kaspersky Security for Mail server product. It's a highlight overview, and on next slides I will give more information about some of these features that come. And I want to mention that from release 8.0, EDR Expert is no longer available in KATA. It will only available in OSMP, and we will talk about it a little bit further. So let's start from full list of scanned files and URLs. It looks like a very simple but very important feature. This is basically a full log of all objects like files, hashes, links, anything that went through engines available in KATA, antivirus like maybe KSN, Soundbox, and so on. It works like a kind of registry for all scanned objects, and it can be enabled or disabled, and you can set how long you are going to keep these records. And there are many scenarios where our customer can use it. For example, let's say if NDR, network detection and response, detects a threat, you can take the hash of the file and check it in this web page in the objects, and if the objects ever moved through the network, even on those segments without EDR. So we will see maybe it was harmful hash and so on. So this gives the security analysis of SOC teams a complete picture of what happened in the network and in those network segments where customer don't have point detection and response, but have network detection and response. And it helps them respond quickly to new security incidents. The next feature which I want to talk about is the shadow IT detection. And we can say, you know, that in large companies, there are a lot of security policies that block the users to use public cloud services or external services for work. But we all know that users often find some ways to use these services. And sometimes it can happen because mistakes in policies and in next generation firewalls and so on. And actually, this feature, shadow IT detection, it could be a great way to test if firewall policies of a customer are really working well. So the challenge here is to identify the use of some unwanted services which are not allowed in your company. And on the slide, you can see some popular examples of such services like Google Drive, Dropbox, or iCloud, Amazon Drive, and so on. Right now, KATA keeps database over 5,000 different services. When it detects such activity, it raises an alert automatically. So we are introducing some new, let's call, service categorization in KATA. It's all will be available in our type of kit. Along with the category service in KATA 8.0, we are going to deliver another important innovation that we are calling anomaly detection. This is a really a big step for us, and we are learning from the experience and mistakes of other vendors and many existing solutions like network detection and response. They generate a lot of false positives because normal traffic like pattern of traffic has random spikes and hot wires, and these systems of our competitors, they look good in marketing, but they produce a lot of false positives. We took a different approach. We focused on a smaller number of key corporate protocols like DNS, HTTP, Kerberos, LDAP, SMB, NFS, and some other protocols, because these are the most used protocols in attacks to infrastructure. And so these attackers that target specific servers like NAS on Active Directory, and our system will look deep into these protocols, and you can adapt this feature to almost any customer infrastructure. This feature uses SQL-like templates, which will be delivered to a product with updates. This let us describe exactly what network traffic, service, users, ports, and even working days we want to control and to monitor by this anomaly detection rule. So, um, another thing to mention, so we can run these rules automatically or switch it to manual mode. So with manual mode, it's very useful if we have if we see some suspicious activity and we want to check it, if any anomalies in the traffic are harmful. And so in short, we got a tool that accurately detects suspicious network behavioral anomalies, keeps false positive low, and at the same time stays flexible. So we can fit this technology to almost any infrastructure. Let's talk about integration with Kaspersky Endpoint Security and KATA Sandbox. Now the connection between Kaspersky Endpoint Security for both Windows and Linux and KATA Sandbox supports a fully automatic mode. This means that Endpoint Security can decide on its own when a file on the workstation needs to be sent to KSAN or Sandbox for dynamic analysis automatically. We use built-in logics in Kaspersky Endpoint Security, developed by our threat research team. So you can't customize what files you want to deliver, what we want to send for additional analysis in KATA Sandbox. But there are three modes you can choose: manual, automatic, or mix of both. For a user, it's very convenient that the logic of this technology checks if an object on workstation needs to be checked with KATA Sandbox, for example. So Kaspersky Endpoint Security first looks up the Sandbox cache. It's very fast, and if this file was already checked before, and already stamped, or if it's safe to use, then the user gets access to this file instantly. But if the sandbox analysis, some extra analysis is required, the file will be checked in the background and the user will get access to the file right away, and the business process will not be interrupted. Depending on the policy, if it happened that file is malicious, Kaspersky endpoint security can then quarantine and delete dangerous file. Then notify a user if something suspicious is found, and so on. In case of using also Kaspersky Security Formula Gateway in your infrastructure, now KATA has more deeper integration with KSMG and allows and KSMG now can transmit suspicious attachment directly to KATA with its following analysis. Also, all detailed information will be available in KATA interface. I mean, detailed information about some KSMG event. Also, yeah, in KATA 8.0, we are making NDR integration easier and more convenient for customers. So NDR service can now be activated directly from the KATA interface over a unified authorization system. So just one click and the service is ready to use. Then when security analyst in NDR service needs some deeper or some extra information about specific alert received from KATA, then can simply create a request in NDR interface and select the data they need for this deep investigation. So you can see the list of exported data, the data that can be exported from KATA. Then KATA sees this request and automatically collects the required data and send it to MDR over secure channel. As a result, the security analyst of MDR service automatically gets all necessary information for investigation. So that's all about KATA 8.0, and now we are going for future plans. And here you see that we have some key objectives for KATA in 2026. We will concentrate on these tips. So here are the high-level objectives, and the major objectives for us is to move to one single management platform. So it will provide a lot of benefits to KATA. And of course, we will improve our capabilities in Sandbox and NDR. We will expand these technologies that will help our customers to have new features and increase detection rate and make the investigations more user-friendly and more and increase their efficiency. And last but not least, we will extend current integration scenarios with other Kaspersky products like Kuma, KES, KSMG, and so on. Here you can see more detailed KATA NDR roadmap. So the first block is that we will move to OSMP, and this will bring us a new architecture and stack will allow to use platform features that are using now for other products and will reduce time to developing new features, for example, in Sandbox. Also, we will add anomaly detection for new protocols and NDR, improve Sandbox feature scenarios like supporting custom guest operating system. We will add interactive scanning and so on. Also, new URL checking techniques in Sandbox will be added, including links from KSMG. So also we will extend our integration scenarios. Especially I want to talk about threat intelligence portal and XDR coming. So XDR integration will allow to use XDR playbooks triggered by KATA NDR events. And also we will extend MITRE attack coverage for KATA and Sandbox. As you understand, it will help our customers to understand what is going in the infrastructure. So if they see any alert in KATA, they will be available to go through link to Mitra metrics and see how they can work with this incident, this technique, and so on. It will be a threat to industry mapping. Now let's talk about migration to SMP, because as maybe you know, KATA 8.0 is still on its own platform, but Kaspersky endpoint detection response is moved to SMP. So with endpoint detection and response moving to SMP platform, KATA will focus only on sandboxing and network detection and response capabilities. And after this upgrade, customers will see some following changes. So first, all EDR specific features are gone. This includes threat hunting capabilities, all user-defined rules, some test prevention options, network isolation, and including EDR widgets on the dashboard. Second, it won't be possible to add endpoint detection response license in KATA in 2026. Also, all EDR-related settings sections are now hidden or disabled. EDR functions are also removed from the assets and reports. There will be no EDR actions for devices and agents, no quarantine, and so on. And finally, the user interface will no longer have EDR-related filters and quick actions. The online documentation also will be updated, and as far as I know, it's already updated. So it's now only about network detection and response. So in short, everything related to EDR is moving to SMP platform, and KATA NDR will be focused on network level security. But this year, going through this year, we plan to move KATA to OSMP platform, and this meaning that EDR and NDR with KATA will be together again, but it will be later. It will come in 2027. So as you see now, when we want to use products under one platform, you need to use KATA and KATA NDR 7.1 with Kaspersky EDR Expert 7.1.2. When we are talking about 8 version of KATA and EDR, they unfortunately are divided by platforms. So KATA has its own platform and EDR is moved to SMP. But in 2027, it will be at the beginning of the 2027, KATA will migrate to SMP, and then EDR and NDR will be together again. So as you see, there are some benefits like wide range of simple native integration that migration to SMP will bring to us. It will be optimized sizing while using OSMP-based products. So you can also use some other products that are OSMP. So it will be more faster release turnaround, and it will help us to bring new features more quickly. There are some current scenarios for 2026 for customers who are already using Next EDR Expert with KATA or without KATA. So to be in short, if you want to save KATA and Next EDR Expert in one platform, you need to use 7.1 version. If you will use 8.0, you will need to divide these solutions to different hardware, to different virtual appliance too. So you can also ask our pre-sales managers, and they will help you to understand how to be with your clients. And let's make a little overview of KATA licensing. So we has KATA has three license objects. It's throughput in megabits, its quantity of mailboxes, and quantity of sandboxes. So KATA is a license part. We have three tiers, and as I said earlier, about migration of Expert KDR Expert to SMP, it's not relevant to use KATA Ultra in 2026 because these solutions now are having different platforms. Our gold tier is KATA NDR enhanced that have all necessary network detection response capabilities and advanced sandboxes. So three tiers. You just KATA NDR enhanced, and KATA Ultra. KATA Ultra will be good next season when KATA and EDR will be, will use OSMP. So also we have, for these tiers, we have tariff scale that is applicable for all tiers. So there you can pick up necessary number of throughput, mail users, and sandboxes to a client. And if you don't if you can do this, because it's not suitable for some combinations, you can use KATA extension model pack that will bring you 2 gigabits of traffic or one sandbox or 1,500 mail users. So for example, if you need 3 gigabits of traffic, but you need 4 sandboxes, you can purchase additionally KATA extension model pack. So that's all from my side, and now I will pass the word to Anastasia. Thanks for attention.
Yes, thank you, Kirill. Let me also share my slides.
While Anastasia is sharing her slides, I would like to remind the audience that we have plenty of experts today online. They're not visible to you, but they're monitoring the chat. So please make sure you ask your questions and leave the session with no questions about KATA. Yes, Anastasia, everything is visible.
Okay, great. So as Kirill provided the overview of the product and the product updates, let me speak a little bit about how to sell KATA. So I'll cover the main sales scenarios, target audience, and other interesting details. So first of all, yes. So first of all, let's speak about NDR market and NDR market trends. This chart shows the Gartner hype cycle for security operations, and it demonstrates the stage where different security solutions are located. So if we look at the right end of the curve, we see EDR and SIEM solutions. And these technologies are already on the plateau of productivity, which means they are standard tools in the industry. And customers no longer need to be convinced of their value. So EDR and SIEM are now considered as essential tools. And NDR, on the other hand, is currently on the slope of enlightenment stage. And this is actually a very interesting stage because people are becoming more knowledgeable about NDR solutions and what NDR solutions can accomplish. And their expectations are becoming more realistic, and customers start to understand the real true value and potential of NDR solutions. So as a result, more enterprises are beginning to fund pilot projects, and I think in just a few years, NDR will likely follow EDR and SIEM to become like a must-have part of every security operations center. So what it means for us? It means that now it's a perfect timing to introduce NDR solutions to your customers, because the market is still forming and many organizations haven't yet implemented this kind of solutions. And this gives you a unique window of opportunity to offer NDR to companies that don't use it yet, but are ready to it and are already aware of this solution. And so who actually needs NDR solutions like KATA? Let's take a look at the target audience for this product. And in terms of industries, KATA is industry agnostic solution, which means it can be used in almost any field. However, it's especially valuable for sectors like finance, government, public sector, telecom, IT, critical infrastructures, and so on. So actually, these are areas where advanced threats are particularly common, and the need for robust protection is really, really high. Next, let's talk about the people involved in making decisions about NDR solutions. So the main decision makers we're targeting are chief information security officers, of course, also chief information officers, some top managers, and heads of SOC. And at the same time, we can also focus on specifiers. These are IT security managers, SOC analysts, incident responders, and so on. And they are experts who actually use security solutions on a daily basis. That's why we are targeting them as well. And finally, looking at the segments, KATA is a great fit for large companies, first of all, with more than 1,000 employees and with complex infrastructures, especially if they have their own SOC teams or security teams. It also can be relevant for mid-sized organizations, which are concerned about regulatory, privacy issues, data sharing, and so on. So now let's speak about the main sales scenarios. Mostly I'll tell you about the cross-sell and upsell scenarios that can help you to sell KATA. And of course, there are plenty of different scenarios, but let's focus on the most popular and the most relevant. So first of all, if the customer is already a KATA user, it's a great opportunity to offer him an upgrade to the next tier. I think this scenario is quite basic and obvious, but it's still really important. So on the KATA tier provides basic NDR capabilities and sandbox, and by upgrading to KATA NDR enhanced licensing tier, we can offer customers enhanced advanced NDR capabilities. Also, one more popular scenario is to sell KATA to companies that already use some of Kaspersky endpoint protection solutions, like Kaspersky endpoint security, for example. You can offer your customer to buy KATA NDR enhanced in addition to KES, and it can be a good option because in this case, KES can work as a network sensor for KATA, providing network telemetry from endpoints for analysis, and it helps to deliver broader network visibility coverage. So I think it might be an important selling point. One more possible scenario is to focus on Kaspersky Next EDR Expert users. So some of our customers already have EDR solutions like Next EDR Expert, but they still don't use NDR. So in this case, we can offer them to get KATA or KATA NDR enhanced in addition to Next EDR Expert. And in this case, they will fill their gaps in network security and they will get a full-fledged anti-APT protection. And one more proven scenario that you can use to sell KATA is to target the customers that use Kaspersky Security for Mail Server or KSMS. You can offer them to increase their detection rate and get enhanced defense for their corporate emails. Also, as KSMS has seamless integration with KATA, the combination of the solutions can be a really easy to use and convenient option for the customers. Because together, KATA and KSMS provide also a complete anti-APT protection for email traffic. And also, as Kirill already said and explained, in KATA version 8, we significantly enhanced this integration of these two products. So I think in combination, they work really good, and it's also an important selling point for the customers. Okay, and now when we see about the NDR market, that it's full of opportunities, and also we see that KATA has multiple sales scenarios, let's take a closer look at why selling KATA can be beneficial for you as partners. So first, we offer simple and flexible licensing. Kirill also already covered this topic. So you can reach the full spectrum of customers from medium businesses all the way to large enterprises. And our licensing model also adapts to different clients' needs, making it easier for you to close deals across different market segments. Secondly, KATA is an all-in-one product that combines Network Sandbox and NDR technologies. And this unified approach provides additional value for customers. It makes it easier to sell it. And by offering this comprehensive package, you can address more customer needs with just one single product. And at the third point, as you know, Kaspersky is a broad spectrum vendor. So we provide a wide product and services portfolio for security operations centers, which delivers great value to your customers. This also gives you a clear path to upsell and cross-sell additional solutions due to easy integrations with different Kaspersky products like endpoint protection platforms, EDR, email security, etc. So I also would like to specifically highlight our program for deploy partners. So deploy partners successfully can sell and deploy our cybersecurity products and services, including, of course, network security and KATA, which is included in this specialization, and they push our strategic products. So also deploy partners can able to conduct POCs. Why it's a good opportunity for you? So first of all, deploy partners get additional rebate on top of regular one, and you will benefit from additional financial perks because we understand and value your investments in making and building the team's expertise. Also, moreover, you will work more closely with us and you will be able to receive even better technical support from our side, from our pre-sales teams. So you can count on us to help you increase your sales of Kaspersky solutions. Also, you will have a dedicated partner account manager, prioritized support, as I said, for improved customer satisfaction. Of course, you will also get a certificate, a badge, and partner locator recognition for stronger customer perception and differentiation from the competitors. So if you are interested in becoming a deploy partner, you should just pass a few steps. First of all, please contact your partner account manager or write us to the email, which you can see on the slide. After that, you will have to pass 2 technical courses and 1 sales course on the partner portal. And the final step is to pass the interview, show the pre-sales presentation and demo to our team. And I think that's it. So if you're interested, please contact us. It's really a great opportunity. And the last section from my side today is about the marketing and technical materials that we have. So here on the slide, you can find an overview of all the main materials currently available for KATA. So I've collected everything you might need, ranging from some marketing materials like product presentation, data sheet, what's new with the key updates of the products, feature list with the full information about the features available in KATA, and so on and so forth. So all these materials are available on the partner portal. Here you can see the button. You can use it and download all the materials you need. Just some of the battle cards are not uploaded but they will be available just in a few days. And now I'd like to highlight the most important materials that are extremely useful for you. So first of all, these are licensing guide and our datasheet. Also, we have a quite detailed presentation with all the features that are available in KATA. You can use them. Also, as I also mentioned, we have the updated battle cards with the most important competitors like Trend Micro, Darktrace, and Trellix. Also, we have competitive materials with Seng4 and Fortinet, but they were updated last year, but I think they still can be relevant. Also, this is the screenshot from our sales training. And I think it's important that you pass this course because it includes all the main information about the product. So everything from today's webinar, but in more extended way, is provided in this training. So there are some more detailed information about licensing policy, all the details about KATA and NDR split, about KATA migration plans to OSMP, as also Kirill said today. So please join this course, pass it, and I hope it would be useful for you. Also, just a few words about the video content that we've created recently. So here are the links, and you can follow them to see these videos, which are focused on NDR module, on how to configure it, how to deploy it. Also, I think it might be useful for you. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much. Here are the links to the main web resources like products webpage and partner portal, where everything for partners is collected. So please use it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kirill and Anastasia, for a great presentation. I see one question. Oh, I actually see two questions. Since we have 15 minutes till the end of the session, do you want me to read them out loud for you to answer?
Yeah, okay.
So question 1. Hello all, I have not catched the beginning. What does NDR stands for and what does it do and what it is?
Okay, NDR is a network detection and response platform. So it analyzes network traffic across infrastructure of the customer. It can be south, north, sorry, traffic that is going from internet to company, and also east-west traffic. It means lateral movements from one segment of your network to another. KATA analyzes all this traffic and then checks if there is some suspicious activity. And do you hear me well?
Sorry, Kirill, maybe it's my problem or it's you interrupting. I'm not sure on which end that problem is.
You didn't hear me well, right?
Partially.
Yes, I could hear Kirill. Maybe it's on your side, something.
I'll sit silent then.
Do I need to repeat my answer or not?
No, I think the biggest part was clear that the NDR stands for network detection response, that there's traffic running south, north, whatever.
Yeah, also KATA provides network sandboxing capabilities that helps to determine harmful objects in different attachments and other different files. Also, as I said, we have integration together with Kaspersky Endpoint Security, where our endpoint protection solution can send network telemetry to KATA, and now it also can automatically send different objects from some user PC to KATA to analyze it, if it's harmful or not. Is okay? Do you hear me?
Yes, now everything was clear. I'm just, giving you the chance to finish because if there is any issue on my end with the sound, then you better finish
Yeah.
for the rest of the audience. There's also a couple more questions. Do you support virtual and hardware?
Now we are support virtual appliance. It's based on VMware and some other virtualization platforms.
Okay.
But but we don't have some branding hardware for KATA. Yeah, KATA is. Let's talk that KATA is only for virtual appliance.
Okay. And one more. How about the integration with the other solutions, which include firewalls, WAF, endpoints, other than Kaspersky, NAC, etc.?
Yeah, we have integration through API. It has some different APIs to integrate with sandboxes, and event management systems, next generation firewalls, and so on. It's rather standard mode. But of course, we are showing better results in integration with our products, like Kaspersky Unified Management and Analysis Platform, Kaspersky Next Generation Firewall, Kaspersky SD-WAN, Kaspersky Mail Gateway Security, and so on. But of course, we can integrate with other mail gateways, web gateways, event management systems, CMs, I mean, with other next generation firewalls and so on. So that's all from my side.
Great, thank you. And one more, if you don't mind, then the audience is being pretty active today. Do you support Nutanix hypervisor to be deployed in such infra?
Unfortunately, we don't support Nutanix nowadays, but hope it will be next year. This year we are moving to OSMP, and this migration to SMP will help us to support Nutanix in a more simple way, to pay for it less resources. So now we're moving to SMP, and then we have planned to support Nutanix.
Great.
But it's not approved finally yet, so it can be changed.
Okay.
But of course,
One more?
But of course, we understand how market of virtualization is changing, and we see that VMware costs now are more bigger than it was, because Broadcom bought them, and we see that Nutanix can become more popular. And of course, we have plans to support Nutanix.
That is the answer, right? So
Yeah,
one
that's it.
more then. If customer has multiple locations slash branches, how does it work then if only internal traffic is coming to the HQ and internet traffic is going out directly?
So you can use endpoint protection for covering this network traffic telemetry, and try to use span in your infrastructure if it's possible. I don't I can't say directly now because I don't I didn't had a view on full picture of your question. So I think we need to discuss this case in more details. So you could write to our pre-sales team, or write directly to me, and I will help you to understand how we can use KATA in this infrastructure with more efficiency.
Yeah, we can connect. Yes, we can connect you with a regional team for further discussions on this question. I
Yeah.
don't see any questions other than these for now. If people might still be typing, I will fill in the gap, the time, the empty time, with the reminder that we recorded the webinar, and we will send you the follow-up emails with the slides presented and with the recording tomorrow. So stay tuned. And also the same content will be uploaded to the partner portal soon, so you can have a chance to revisit it at any time. And also, after the session, we ask you to provide your feedback about the current webinar. Please rate how you enjoyed it, if your questions have been answered, if it was valuable for you, and also let us know if there are any other topics you would like us to cover and to talk about in the future sessions. Since I don't have questions at this point in time, I would suggest that we close the call. And I would like, first of all, to thank our presenters, Kirill and Anastasia, for great and exciting updates, actually, because I think this all should help us in selling KATA to our customers and talking about KATA to our customers. Use the opportunity to become a deploy partner, because as Anastasia mentioned, it gives you a great chance to earn more, to be more visible on the partner locator, to show off in between all of the partners that don't have such a specialization and don't have such a qualification and expertise. Yes, and thank you everybody for joining us today. Thank you for being active. Thank you for your questions. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope it was valuable. And yes, hope to see you at the upcoming webinars. Take care and goodbye, everybody.
Thank you for attention. Bye then.
Thank you. Bye.